Okay. So have your strap handy. We don't need it yet. And if you have a yoga strap, you can put it together to make a big loop. And then just keep it to the side right now. We don't need it right now. We're going to start laying down on our backs and feeling supported by the floor beneath you. So if you need to add extra support, feel free. I always put a blanket underneath my neck and the back of my head just to support my neck. And I also like to keep my knees bent so that I can support my low back. So let's take a few moments here to just settle down and settle into your practice. It's been a few days since Christmas, so things may be settling back down. I know my house looks like a tornado went off through it. So just take a few moments here to breathe and relax. Begin to soften the space between your eyebrows. Relax your jaw. And just allow your breath to flow with ease. So trying to stay connected to your breathing. If your mind starts to wander, just bring your awareness back to your breath. Just breathing deeply in through the nose and out of the mouth. And then from here, let's just gently draw the knees into the chest. You're just going to hug the knees in, stretch out your low back a little bit. You can rock left to right. You can make some circles with the knees in one direction and then the other. And then we'll take the feet up towards the ceiling. Soft bend in the knees. You can point and flex the feet to see what you feel in the hamstrings. Maybe a little extra tight. Take the arms up and back, tops of the hands resting on the floor beneath you. You can bend your elbows if you need to soften the shoulders. Breathe deeply. And then we'll move with the breath. So as you inhale, maybe reach the feet a little higher. And then as you exhale, hug the knees into the chest with the option to lift your forehead towards your knees. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. Two more, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. And then one more time, just like that. Inhale, really reach the arms back. And exhale, hug the knees in. Okay, we're going to take the feet down to the floor. Reach for your strap. We are going to put the right foot into the strap. If you have a yoga strap, you're going to take the loop over your head and put your arms through so that the strap is at your upper back, underneath your arms. If you don't have a yoga strap, then you can just hold gently onto the two ends of whatever it is you're using. So feel free to tighten or loosen. So you want your foot to be completely using the strap for resistance, and then you can just relax the back of the leg. You can let your arms relax to the sides, and we can let the left leg go straight. So feel free to fidget around a little bit. feel what you feel. Maybe sway the right leg left to right a little bit. Maybe bend and straighten the knee. Feel your left hip flexor. And then just relax into the pose. Relaxing the shoulders. Relaxing the low back. You can roll the back of your head left to right if you'd like, just to release any tension in the neck. So you're just allowing your hamstring to soften, letting go of any tension that you may be holding on to in the low back. Relaxing the shoulders. Allowing your breath to flow with ease. Letting the hips stay grounded down. Take a full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, soften your right knee. We're going to let your right foot reach over to the left. Try to keep your right shoulder down and your right hip down so you're not rolling over to the left. And then just pause here and breathe deeply. Lengthen through the whole outside of your right leg. That's your IT band. Nice flexed right foot. You can tilt your right toes down if you'd like. And then just pause here. Let the eyes be closed. So when you take this time to be in a pose where you don't have to worry about anything, you don't have to be moving or supporting yourself, you can just really check in with your thoughts and your feelings. Connect with your breathing. Just think about letting go. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Let's soften the right knee. We'll bring the right foot back to center. Bend your left knee. We'll let the right foot come out of the strap and just come into a figure four where your right ankle's over the left leg above the knee. We'll reach for the back of the left knee. You can sway the shape of your legs left to right and then pause a little bit over to the left. And draw your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Relax both shoulders away from the ears. And just visualize letting go and softening the whole area around your right hip. Nice quiet mind. Breathing. Whatever it is you're feeling here, let's process those feelings with your breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. Relaxed jaw. Let there be space between your top teeth and your bottom teeth. Just take one more full breath in here and a full breath out, and then slowly release. Left foot comes down, right foot comes down. both feet about mat width apart, arms relaxed by your sides, and then just windshield wiper the legs left to right. So breathing here as you lengthen your knees away from your hips and opening up the low back. Letting your shoulder blades stay down on the floor. And then we'll bring the legs back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. We'll take 3 moving breaths here. Inhale, reach the feet up, arms reach back. And exhale, hug the knees in. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Let's let the right foot come down. The left foot is going to come into the strap. Again, you want to use the strap for support so that you don't have to even think about how you're going to hold your leg up. You're being supported by the strap. The right leg can go straight. So your shoulders are holding the strap down, the backs of your shoulders. And then you're just feeling length in the back of the left leg. Maybe you're feeling a little tightness, and then we're just going to breathe to process that tightness and let it soften. Eyes are closed. Feel the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. Relax the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Soften the space between your eyebrows. And then as you breathe out, letting go. Breath in, and then as you exhale, let's soften the left knee. We're going to reach the left foot over to the right. Try to reach the heel away from the hip, softening around the hip, around the whole back side of the leg, the outside of the leg. Let that feel soft. And relax. Relax your arms if you can, if you're not holding on to the strap. Flexing the left foot, maybe even turning the toes down. You can always move the head left to right whenever you want to just check in, see how the neck is feeling. Breathing deeply, letting the thoughts in your mind be quiet. Letting go of any feelings that are stressful or heavy. Take a full breath in, and then a full breath out. We're going to soften the left knee, bring the left foot back to center, bend the right knee so the right foot comes on the floor, And then you're going to cross your left ankle over your right leg above the knee for a figure 4, holding on to the back of the right thigh. And then any movements you'd like to make, maybe you sway left to right, maybe you pull the right knee into the right shoulder gently. So I like to move around a little bit at the beginning of the pose, but then I like to settle in and be still. And then here, when you're still, you can work on your mind and your thoughts, trying to relax. Let the eyes be closed. And just knowing that many of us carry a lot of emotional tension in the hips. So when you come into these hip openers, just take the time to let go. So taking the time to be very slow and pausing without thinking about where we're going next or what we're going to do next. Just be right here, right now. Inhale. And exhale. Let's slowly bring both feet down to the floor. Knees are bent, feet are mat width apart. Windshield wiper the legs left to right. Really letting your low back open and lengthen. And then we'll come back to center with the legs. We'll hug the knees into the chest. And then slowly and gently make your way up to seated. So take your time. You can roll to one side and just press yourself up to sit. And then once you come to sit, you can move your strap out of the way. And we're going to sit cross-legged. So sometimes that can be a little uncomfortable. That's why I like to start the practice on our backs and come here after we've opened up the hips and hamstrings a little bit. If you need a little extra support, feel free to put a blanket underneath your hips. So once you've gotten comfortable, I'd like you to get a little uncomfortable. So switch the cross of your legs so that your non-habitual foot is in the front. So just changing up some patterns that we get stuck in just to create a little bit more balance in the body. So let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, let the arms come down. Full breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. When you breathe in and reach the arms up, really open up the rib cage. Inhale. Feel your lungs expand completely, and then exhale, arms come down. Inhale, we're going to take the arms up overhead, interlace your hands, and place them at the back of your head. Relax the shoulders. As you inhale, you're going to lean your head back into the hands. Let the elbows open, but my elbows are a little bit in front because if I open them too much, my shoulders get a lot of tension. So just lean back a little bit. That's your inhale. And then the exhale, keeping the spine tall, elbows hug in, just drop the chin down. So you're not yanking or pulling your head, your hands are just there guiding your chin down. Inhale, lean the head back. Exhale, chin down. So just releasing the neck and shoulders. One more time like that. Inhale and exhale. So just getting into the upper neck and shoulders. Coming back up, We're just going to take the right hand down. Let your right hand come tented fingertips next to you. Inhale, feel your left elbow move even further back. And then as you exhale, bring your left elbow to your right knee. Pause for a second here. Try to pull your belly button in and press the center of your back behind you and relax the shoulders. And then we'll move with breath here. Inhale, elbow lifts up and back. And exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, just like that. Inhale and exhale. You should feel this kind of in the shoulder blade area, mid-back. And then we'll come back up to center. Let your right hand come behind the head. Left fingertips come down to the floor next to you. Inhale, move the elbow back. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Pause here for a moment. Relax both shoulders. Navel pulls in, center of your back pushes back. Inhale, lift that right elbow back. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, just like that. Inhale and exhale. And then we'll come back up to center. Let both hands come down. We're going to take the soles of your feet together out in front of you and have a big diamond. Hands are going to come onto your ankles. As you inhale, lift the chin and push your chest forward, shoulders down. Exhale, again, navel pulls in, chin drops down, center of the back reaches back. Two more like that. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. One more time. Inhale and exhale. This time when you inhale, get nice and tall, crown of the head reaches up, your tailbone is grounding down. You're going to hinge forward from your hips so the crown of the head is reaching forward, and then just let the head hang. Think about your forehead moving towards your feet, chest moving down towards the floor. You're lengthening through the low back, relaxing the shoulders, staying open through the hips. You can turn your head left to right. You can sway your torso left to right. Close the eyes. Completely melt down and let go. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, let's slowly make our way back up, and then we're going to transition on to hands and knees. So feel free to put any extra support underneath your knees. You can put a folded blanket there if you'd like. We're going to start with knees parallel. Big toes are going to touch. Hips are sinking down on your heels. Arms are going to reach way out in front. Forehead is down. So let your hands slide towards you a little bit as you pull your shoulders back. And then you can creep your fingertips forward, but keep your shoulders reaching back. So lengthening the spine, opening up the space between the shoulder blades. To get a little deeper in the shoulders, you can tent your hands so that your finger pads are on the floor. Letting the head drop down between your upper arms. Getting deep in between the shoulders. opening up the back of the lungs when you breathe. Here we're going to gently walk both hands over to the left, so you lift your head, and then see if you can lower the head down. Doesn't have to touch the floor, but you're reaching your right fingertips away, keeping your right hip down. You're opening up through the rib cage on the right side of the body. And then we'll walk the fingers back to center, walk them over to the right, opening up the whole left side of the body. Left hip is pressing down. Take a deep breath in as you walk your hands back to center, and then we're going to come up onto hands and knees. So just double check that your knees are right underneath your hips. Wrists are going to be underneath your shoulders or a little bit in front. Fingers are spread nice and wide, index finger pointed forward. We're going to move the spine with your breath gently. Inhale, curl the toes under. Drop the belly as you soften your elbows and drop your chest, lift your chin. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, push your hands down to straighten the arms, reach the center of your shoulder blades to the ceiling, tops of the feet, relax down. Inhale, starting with the feet, through the hips and low back, chest, neck, chin, and then exhale, rounding, pushing away, making space in your spine. One more time. Inhale. Open the front of the body with softness. And then exhale, press the back towards the ceiling to open up the back. And then we'll come back to neutral spine. We're going to take the left foot, send it back, toes are down on the floor, and then just gently rock front to back. So you're pushing through your heel, opening up the arch, getting some movement in the toes. Sometimes our toes feel a little stiff, especially in the winter when in shoes and boots all the time. All right, we'll come back to neutral here. Draw your belly in and up. Reach your right hand forward towards the front of the room. Relax your right shoulder and lift your left leg. Relax both shoulders away from the ears. Find your strength. If you need to modify, if you have any wrist issues and you need to come down onto forearms, use a block underneath your forearms so that your back stays level. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down, left toes find the floor behind you, pivot your right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot. Press your left foot flat as you lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. Press your hips a little bit forward as your belly is in. Shoulders are stacked on top of each other. And you can change this pose up in any way you'd like. You can lift your left foot. You can take your left hand and reach back for your left foot. You can take your left arm overhead. If you want to feel a little bit stronger and side plank is available to you, you can cross your right ankle in front of the left. Breathing here, lengthening. If you need to come down on that right forearm, you can. Keep your hips lifted. Belly is strong. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to make our way down to child's pose. But your knees are going to come together this time. Tops of the feet are going to be on the floor as your hips sink down towards your heels. Backs of the hands on the floor next to your feet. Let your forearms touch the mat as your shoulders completely relax. Ground down through the forehead. You can roll left to right on the forehead, or you can just stay still, let the eyes be closed and reconnect. Notice what you're feeling. Notice how you're feeling. And notice where in the body you're feeling. Really take this time here to connect with the present moment, connect with yourself, connect with your breath, feel grounded, centered. I love child's pose. Take one more full breath in child's pose, and then we'll make our way back up onto hands and knees. Knees are going to go a little bit wider so that they're parallel. Let's take 3 breaths here to neutralize out the spine. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin, getting the spinal fluid moving. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. Curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. Really feel what you feel here. Inhale, nice and slow, and exhale. And then we'll come back to center. We'll step the right foot back, toes are down, and then just a gentle rock front to back. Stretching out through your heel. So you're pushing back through the heel. And then getting some movement at that toe joint, especially the big toe. Sometimes that can get a little achy. And then we'll come back to center. Belly draws in. Left hand reaches towards the front, lifting the right foot. If you need to modify, you can always bring the right foot down. You can bring your right forearm down onto a block. Keep the shoulders relaxed here. Belly is in, nice and strong. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Left hand comes down. Right toes go straight down behind you. Left foot pivots to the left. Roll to the arch of your right foot. Roll the right foot flat down on the floor as you reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. Press your hip bones forward just a little bit. Shoulders are stacked, belly is in. You can stay right here. You can lift your right leg. You can reach your right hand back for your right foot if you'd like. You can come into side plank if you want to. So just see what feels good for you. Using your energy here from your core, staying grounded and connected. Keep your breath flowing with ease. We're building strength, we're building balance. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let's make our way down to that narrow-kneed child's pose again so that you can relax your wrists by your feet. Make some circles with the wrists. Relax your shoulders and forearms. When you breathe, see if you can feel your back opening and expanding as you fill up the lungs. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to come forward onto forearms. So you're on your knees. You can separate the knees a little bit. You're on your forearms. Your forearms are right underneath your shoulders. Your hands can be relaxed, parallel, like the number 11. We're going to step one foot back, then the other. If this does not feel good, you can come down onto your knees and press the tops of your feet down. If it doesn't feel good and you want to lift your hips a little higher, that will help take any pressure off your low back. Just watch your shoulders. If you can be in a forearm plank here with a flat back, then just breathe. So modify if you need to. We're just engaging the core. We're focusing on the core here. The muscles around your belly as well as at your low back. It's really important to have a strong core to protect your low back from injury. Relax your neck here. Relax your shoulders and your breathing. Keep breathing. Belly is in. You can drop your knees anytime you need to. Really feel like you are zipping up your belly from your navel to the rib cage. Draw it in and up. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, knees go wide, hands stay right where they are, and just pull back for an extended child's pose. So your hands are way out in front, hips are way back, opening up the underside of your arms, stretching through the belly and the back. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then from here, we're going to make our way back up onto hands and knees, and you're going to step your right foot forward. So if you have yoga blocks handy, you can put your hands on them for a little extra support, framing your front foot. You can pick any height of the block that you'd like. So you just want to make sure that your right knee is over your right ankle and your left knee is pretty far back. Your hips, instead of being up here, are sinking down. So we're going to move through that left hip flexor. As you inhale, hips are heavy, chest is open towards the front of the room. You're looking forward. And then as you exhale, just let your hips move back, tuck your chin, round your back. Inhale, hips move forward and down, open the chest forward. Exhale, pull back, round. And then one more time, just like that. Inhale and exhale. Come back to the right knee over the right ankle. We're going to curl the left toes under and lift the left knee. Your feet are hip width apart. So you're on railroad tracks here, not a balance beam. Try to keep the hips low, but the chest lifted. Strong legs. We're going to let your left hand stay where it is. You're going to turn your belly, rib cage, and chest to the right, but keep your right hip pulling in. So your right inner thigh is pulling in towards your left inner thigh. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. Your back thigh is super strong here. If you need to drop your left knee, you can. Opening up your heart and chest to the right. Space between both shoulders and your ears. Strong in your right knee and in your hips. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the right hand down to the inside of your right foot. Drop your left knee. Relax your left foot. Turn your right toes to 2 o'clock. roll to the pinky side. You can come down onto forearms if you'd like. You can sway your hips left to right. So this is getting deep into your left hip flexor and your right hip joint. Let the head hang heavy. Relax your shoulders. And then breathe deeply as you let go of tightness and tension in the hips and low back. Take a full breath in here. And then as you exhale, coming back up onto your hands, turning your right toes forward, just pull your hips back a little bit. So the hips go back, your right leg can go straight, your toes can be down, so you're opening up the top of your right foot, your right ankle here. You're just trying to straighten the leg a little bit, pulling your right hip back. This is just a nice counter pose, that hip opener. Just pausing here, your right knee does not need to be straight. And then we're just going to pull your right foot back. It's going to land right underneath your right knee. Both hands are moving forward about a foot in front of your right foot. Curl your left toes under and push off with your left foot. If you can't, then just keep the left toes down. You want to weight bear down onto your right foot. Feeling super strong now in your right hip and your right knee. The right leg is straight with a soft bend in the knee. Your left foot is flexed. You can stay right here working on strength and balance, or you can add on, keep your left hand where it is, and then just like we did in the lunge pose, turn your belly, rib cage, and chest to the right, and reach your right hand up towards the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders. Right inner thigh coming in towards your left inner thigh. Opening up your heart and chest to the right. Belly drawn in, nice and strong here through your core. Finding balance and strength, not just through muscles, but you're rebuilding bone density here. In your right leg, knee and hip. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, right hand comes down, left foot comes down next to your right foot. Hang in a forward bend with bent knees. Relax your arms, relax your head. Sway left to right. Just give your body a moment in this inversion to let the oxygenated blood from the heart go to the brain. You can hold on to opposite elbows. Keep your knees bent to take any strain off the low back. So lots of yogis do headstands and handstands. This is just as good. You're bringing all that oxygenated blood to the brain right here just by having your head lower than your heart. Good for circulation in the body. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. We're going to bring both hands down. Step one foot back, drop the knee. Other foot back, drop the knee. Let's sink down to a child's pose for a moment, giving yourself a break for any body part that you need. So if you need the hands behind you, feel free. If you need to relax the legs, you can have your knees wide. Relaxing through the hips. Reconnect with your breathing. When you're ready, we're going to come back up onto hands and knees, and we're going to step the left foot forward up between your hands. Left knee is right over the left ankle. Right knee is pretty far back, so your hips are sinking down. With the hips down, lift the chest forward and look forward. Shoulders down and back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips just move back, tuck the chin, round the back. Create space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, hips go forward and then down. Open the chest forward. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, hips go forward and down. Chest opens and exhale back. Coming back to forward, left knee over the left ankle. You can stay right here or curl your right toes under and lift your right knee. Try to stay low in the hips, but lifted in the thighs and inner thighs pulling in. The right hand is going to stay where it is. You're going to turn your belly, rib cage, and chest to the left. Try not to let your left hip or left knee move out. Keep that in line, moving forward. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Try not to let your shoulders collapse by your ears. Space. So we're always thinking about making space in the body, especially where we feel tightness. Shoulders, neck, spine. So the belly is drawn in here. Legs are strong and engaged. You're welcome to drop the right knee if you need to. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right knee drops down, relax the right foot. Left hand moves to the inside of your left foot. Left toes turn to 10 o'clock, roll to the pinky side. Here you are opening up your knee and hip. Forearms can come down. I like mine on blocks. The floor feels a little far away when your hips are tight. So just sway left to right. Relax the head and neck. Shoulders are away from your ears. Breathe deeply. Opening up through your right hip flexor and your left hip joint. Let go. Breathe deeply. Full breath in. Full breath out. Let's point your left toes forward. And then just going to move your hips back. Back up on your hands. Hips move back. Especially the left hip. So your toes can stay down. You're lengthening the top and the underside of your left leg. We're neutralizing out that hip by pulling it back. Just taking a moment here as a counter pose to the hip opener. And then we're gently going to move your left foot back. Hands are going to be about a foot in front of your left foot. Curl your right toes under and push off with your right foot so you're on your left. You can stay here and just work on balance, keeping your right toes down if you need. Or the right foot is lifted, right foot is flexed. Left leg is straight but with a soft knee. Belly is in strong. Spine is lengthened. If you'd like to add on, you can leave your right hand where it is. Belly, rib cage and chest opens to the left. And then you're breathing. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inner thighs drawing towards each other. Back foot is flexed, super strong here. You got this. Balance. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, right foot comes down. Bend the knees. Your belly is on your thighs. Hold on to opposite elbows. Head hang, sway left to right. You can turn your toes a little bit towards each other. That might feel a little bit better on your back. Breathe deeply. more full breath in. And then as you exhale, hands come down. Step one foot back, drop that knee. Other foot back, drop the knee. Pivot both feet to the right. Come down onto your left hip. Send your feet around to the front. And then make your way back down onto your back. Once you come onto your back, knees are bent. Just take a moment to check in with your low back. The natural curve of your back creates a little bit of space between your low back and the floor right now. So if there was a piece of paper under you, I could probably pull it out. So what I'd like you to do now is take your low back and press it down into the floor so that if you had a piece of paper there, I couldn't pull it out. So notice what happens here. Your hip points move towards your shoulders. Your belly button moves towards your low rib cage. Your pelvis tilts towards your belly. So everything is coming towards your heart as you press your low back down into the floor. So just keep it pressing down, core is strong. You're able to breathe here. And then soften and relax. Draw one knee into the chest, draw the other knee in. Open the knees, lift the feet. And then wherever you can hold on for happy baby, you can hold your feet, ankles underneath your knees. You can gently sway left to right. Or you can just pause in the middle. Again, if you want to push your low back down into the floor, feeling your tailbone move down. Maybe your toes move towards the wall behind you a little bit. Knees draw down. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly release, coming into a comfortable position for Shavasana. Final relaxation pose, feeling supported by the floor beneath you. So if you need support for your low back, put something underneath your knees. Let your palms face up. The eyes be closed. Let your breath just flow with ease. So as you're here in Shavasana, think about how you'd like the rest of your day to go and how you'd like the rest of your week to go, starting tomorrow. How you want to feel over the next few days. And then remembering that our thoughts create our feelings. And that we are in control of our thoughts. So you can think about what thoughts you need to have to create the feelings that you want to feel over the next few days. As we close out 2020, thinking about the upcoming year. How do you want to feel? And then what thoughts do you need to have to generate those feelings? little bit deeper. You can bring some small movements back into the body, moving the fingers and the toes. And then taking your time to move the body gently to come out of Shavasana. Take your time and we'll all meet seated with the eyes closed. So just take a moment to sit with your practice. See how you're feeling. See what you're feeling. And then we'll take the right hand, place it over your heart, left hand over the right hand. Remember that we are all connected. Not only are we here with each other, but we are here for each other. Let's bring the palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.